my goodness. I haven't seen you since what was that, your trip to the Hamptons? Yes, come on in. Sit down, sit down. So it's fall. What are we here for? Some cozy sweaters, some jeans. Like, what's up? Costumes. Okay, no, of course. Yeah. Did you talk to my assistant in the front? She told you? Okay, so I have some ideas right now because Halloween's a couple weeks away still. It's one of my busiest times of year actually. So I'm gonna show you kind of the ideas that I have, etc., etc. We can go from there. Just to note, a lot of these is like one piece, and then we'll kind of put the fantasy together by like the 28th, 29th. Okay, well, yeah. Well, we can do it much faster too, especially if you kind of like these ideas. I can get them to you by the end of next week, and that should still be a couple times, yeah, for a couple parties, yeah. How many costumes were you kind of thinking? Okay, yeah, sounds good. We can definitely do that. But here's the thing, if you have any personal ideas, etc., for like actual Halloween, like we're gonna go out and get it done. Yeah, we'll just have to kind of discuss that at the end. Okay, so you ready for me to kind of just show you everything? Okay, perfect. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna go grab my roll bar. So up first, I think, if I remember correctly, I actually had this for last year and we had no takers. It's a baseball jersey. Super plain. It's got a little OTC logo. I found this at the thrift store. So my vision for this is you could either be a baseball player or we could go for like a baseball fan, MLB wife, etc., or we could go the opposite way and be a Twilight vampire from the baseball scene in the first movie. It's kind of up to you. It's a nice navy, so we could do that kind of thing. Also, if you do pick this costume, I do already have a glove to go along with it. It's a left-handed glove or a left glove, so you could kind of just do that. I actually got this one. It's a rolling one. It's really nice if you are looking for a baseball glove. So that's kind of my first idea. No one's been biting at the baseball player, and I'm just so confused because if I participated in Halloween, that's exactly what I would be. Up next, we have this jean jacket with Sherpa lining. It's pretty foreign because I did also thrift this, but we could go a couple ways with this. My initial thought is like truckers, so get you a hat, get you some like cowboy boots, that kind of thing. Or we could kind of go in like a different direction, kind of whatever you were thinking. I think this would be nice if you were like going out, taking some kids trick-or-treating or like a bonfire or something like that. It's got cute little buttons. It's kind of just pretty basic, but I thought it could be easy to like really make it into a costume if you had an idea for it. I have a couple. I also have a black one and a green one if you're kind of thinking in that direction. So this is an option. Up next, I also thrifted this. The thrift stores are really good for inspiration, but it's just this thrasher. Oh my god, there's a hair on it. I'm gonna have to fire someone. So it's just this thrasher shirt that I thrifted. We could go a couple different ways with this. We could be like a skater girl because that's super popular on TikTok right now. Or we could go in the opposite direction and be a skater boy because skater boys be breaking hearts. We could be breaking all the girls' hearts. So yeah, it just says thrasher. And it is cropped, long sleeves, so it'll be warm but also cute because we don't know if you're like into like the sexier thing. It's really good quality. It looks like it's hardly been worn, to be honest. So there's this idea. Or we could go in a couple opposite directions. But that's kind of what I thought with this piece. Up next is a vision, okay? We got a black turtleneck and a plain black beanie. I was thinking spy, bank robber. You could like get some money aside, some money glasses. You just need some like a tight was really what I've been having, inspired by this. And then you can always just keep the turtleneck and wear it for something else because it's really good quality. It does need to be ironed, but like I said, my assistant is being useless recently. So yeah, there's this. You could also be like any kind of an animal, like a jailbird or something like that, you know, like there's just a lot of options. And I liked the idea of like the simplicity, you know. So there's just like a lot of options. We could go with this one, and I liked the idea of the simplicity of this all. And I just feel like I could probably think like a bunch of other ones. You could be like a bird, you know, an artist, a mime. We could really just keep going. We could just pin on like some sort of logo. We could just put costume on it, etc., etc. Paint your face. It doesn't matter. Like, I just thought that this was really versatile. An artist, a god, you know, like there's options. A barista. All you'd have to do is like carry a coffee around and you'd be good to go, you know. Add some jewelry. I'm just spitballing. Up next, I think I might have also had this last year as an option. This is just a onesie with some cheetah print, I think, leopard print. And it could be a cat. If you just wanted to be, you know, chill. You could just get some ears. Well, actually the hood has ears. The hood does have ears, so not an issue. Literally pop this on and you're good to go. Or you could draw a face on. You could really spookify it. There's like a lot of options. I really like this one, but again, I feel like my view of costumes is just on a different level than a lot of the women I'm working with, and I'm exhausted. Why can't we just wear a onesie and be a cat? And like, oh my god, you could be like a drunk cat, a cat on catnip. Like there's just so many options, and I feel like there's more to life than being a sexy little devil. But there's this one if you're interested. Up next, I found this athletic piece at the thrift store as well. I was thinking you could be a jogger, a dead jogger, like a ghost. You could really like make a statement. Women not being able to run in parks. We could switch it up. We could cut the sleeves off and make you like an 80s gym member or something like that. Like this, you could be like a coach, like a cheerleading coach, a volleyball coach. You know, there's a lot of options. A soccer mom, a working mom. Like there are options that we could use with this. And I just really like the color and the material and the vibe. There's pockets, so if you're going out to the clubs or whatever, you can put your ID and your phone in there and you won't lose it. I mean, I just feel like Halloween is the time to finally have pockets in your clothes to go to the clubs and a party, you know. So there's this one. There's also thumb holes in the jacket, so that's really nice. And again, you can just keep this and wear this later on. I'm just like thinking ethically as well. So there's this one. It has like a little, not gonna lie, this little thing is a little phallic. So we're not gonna talk about that. Up next, we have this plaid that I think could go a lot of directions. It's just a pretty green and blue kind of print. Soft, so we can go flannel. You could be a picnic table. You could be a lumberjack. You could be a camper. You could be a ghost camper, a dead camper, a lost camper, so you can kind of look a little deranged and bloody. You could be a dad dressing up to look nice, put on some khakis. You could be a hot dad. You could be a Dolph. You know, there's like a lot of options with this one. Shirts. You could be a nerd. You could wear some like really high shorts and like glasses. A Girl Scout, a Boy Scout. If you were a Girl Scout, you could like buy cookies off of them and like carry the box around and eat them. Like, I'm just thinking ahead here. So we have this. It's American Eagle. It's super soft. Some of my favorite flannels for a relatively good price. So there's this option. So this next one I think is going to be a winner. It's been really popular with a lot of my clients, and this is actually the last one I have left. I had this in last year and I don't remember if I showed it to you. this is just my prototype. Actually make these so we can do any color, any pattern you want. It's just this leather corset kind of thing. Now we have options with this one. You could basically make sexy any animal. You could be a devil, you could be a dominatrix, you can really just be anything. It's very pretty. The straps I do make to be removable. The back is very pretty. I can change this up to don't be any lace. It's kind of what you want. This piece is actually going to be a part of my brand, so I love making it for clients. It's super easy, and you know, we'll measure it to you so you can kind of be whatever you want. If you wanted, we can make it in like 4 different colors, and that'll be it. It doesn't take very long to make them. I have a pretty good pattern, so there's this one. You could be, I don't know, a devil, you could be an ex-wife, you could be anything, you know. Lots of options. I do have a really good makeup girl that does special effects. If you want me to give you her information so you can kind of connect with her and talk about costumes to like make them spookier or sexier, kind of whatever you were going for. So there's this. It's very comfortable, I promise. So I have this. I'm sure you love it, hey? Yeah, I knew you would. And I just have one more thing to show you, and then we can kind of discuss what else you were looking for. So the last thing I have is actually this fabric. It's a lace fabric with bats and stars and moons on it. I can make you almost anything. I have quite a bit of this. I do have a little couple other patterns that is very similar. You could be a witch with this. You could do anything. You could make a top. You could make whatever you wanted out of it. I've used it as a shawl. This one's personally mine, so you can't have it, but I have the fabric. I've got this for myself. I've worn it as a shirt, you know, like a wrap top. I've worn it as a shawl to be a witch. I've worn it for like a lot of things, so I can grab you some of this. And if you'd like, it can be your complimentary gift for my services later. So there is this. Okay, so what did you think about the costumes that I kind of have just on hand? Okay, yeah, I'll just take some notes. Okay, let me just open up my notebook. Okay, so sorry, first and last name. Okay, I know you're one of my regulars, but I don't want to treat you special. Alright, your phone number, got that. Okay, and you wanted 4 costumes. Perfect. So you were thinking 2 lingerie tops. Okay. What colors? I can show you some fabrics later. I can send them to you via email. But you were thinking the black one. Okay. And you wanted like full leather. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't have to be leather. I can make it out of like any material that I can send you my catalog. You want me to do that? Okay. Catalog. Perfect. And what else were you thinking? You did want some fabric. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna send you two times. 1 bat, and then I do have a really pretty red version that has flowers on it if you're interested. Okay. I can send you, like, it's in the swatches, it'll be at the bottom of the email that I'm gonna send you later. So if you want to change your mind from that, you definitely can, but it's not necessary. Okay, yeah. And one more costume. What were you kind of thinking? The plaid, okay. Yeah, and what were we gonna kind of go from there? I think it would be cute to kind of like play off the little nerd thing, or to be a DILF. I think that would be really funny. Or the Girl Scout. A sexy Girl Scout, okay. I don't really know if you're like, okay. No, I can definitely get your size, honey. Not an issue. Or do you want to be a sexy, beaver scout. We can do beaver scout. Badger scout. Yes, badger scout. That's definitely gender neutral, right? Yeah. Oh my gosh, I have such a good idea with that. So I'm gonna work. Yeah. I'll send this all up for you. Okay, perfect. It's always a pleasure doing business with you, isn't it? Yeah, so I'll get that stuff ready for you. It'll probably be about a week or two. Because it is a little busy and I am getting your stuff ready faster than my other clients. It will just be a little